आशीष मांगे, गाहे तव जय गाथा। जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता। जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे।
Thank you. Request everyone to please take your seats. Ladies and gentlemen, we will now kick off this landmark occasion by lighting of the ceremonial lamp. From Archean Chemical Industries Limited, may I request Mr. Ranjit Pendurthi and Mr. R. Raghunathan to take the stage. I also request Ms. Rachna Bhusari, Head of Listing Business Development, National Stock Exchange of India, to join the Archean management team for the lighting of the auspicious ceremonial lamp. Very, very warm welcome to all of you. Ceremony which marks a new and prosperous beginning for Archean Chemical Industries Limited. Ladies and gentlemen, Archean Chemical Industries Limited is a leading specialty chemicals manufacturing company based in India with a wide presence in the global markets. They are the first of its kind integrated plant in India to produce industrial salt, bromine and sulfate to potash. The company's mission has been to consistently deliver high-quality products since their inception. Archean is a trusted partner of many global customers, and their ongoing commitment to excellence has contributed to their reputation as one of the best in the industry. It is also extremely crucial for Archean to be a green organization from beginning to the end. The company strives to identify and eliminate environmental damage in order to achieve the goal of being as environmentally friendly as possible. As we celebrate this very momentous occasion, ladies and gentlemen, of the listing ceremony of Archean Chemical Industries Limited on the National Stock Exchange, we would like to welcome our esteemed guest with a bouquet. May I now request to please come forward Mr. Ranjit Pendurthi, Managing Director, Archean Chemical Industries Limited, on stage, please. Now may I request Mr. R. Raghunathan, CFO, Archean Chemical Industries Limited, to please come forward, sir. Thank you, sir. We would also like to welcome the representatives of the book running lead managers. I would like to welcome on stage Mr. Kunur Bavishi, Senior Vice President, IIFL Securities Limited. Very warm welcome to you, sir. Thank you, sir. I would now like to request Mr. Anuj Mittal, Executive Director, Investment Banking, JM Financial Limited, to please come forward. I would now like to request Mr. Sumit Bagri, Senior Vice President, ICICI Securities Limited, to please come forward. Thank you, sir. Finally, we welcome the Head of Listing Business Development of the National Stock Exchange of India, Ms. Rachna Bosari. Very warm welcome to you, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you once again, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us for this very, very momentous occasion. Without further ado, I would now like to invite on stage Mr. Kunur Bavishi, Senior Vice President, IIFL Securities Limited, to initiate the proceedings. Warm welcome to you, sir.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining on this very important day in the journey of Archean Chemicals. A journey which started a little over a decade ago when Ranjit and team visualized a business idea which has gone on to become the largest exporter of bromine and industrial salt in the country, which is today produced as per global standards but is also among the lowest cost producers globally. A true Make in India story. No journey is a smooth ride, and Archean also had its own set of challenges on the way, but it is a determination of Ranjit and team which has led to where it is today. Even from the IPO perspective, between a DRHP filing to now, there were multiple challenges, a war breaking out in the middle, market changing very dramatically globally. But it's the patience and sort of the determination to get it done ultimately is what has led to a very successful IPO. Archean today, this year, is the largest chemical company IPO of 2022. Also, it's been our privilege to be there as a left lead BRLM. The issue has seen phenomenal response, as you would have seen in the numbers. The total book, the anchor, which is essentially where an IPO gets started, was the very important event. And that saw very overwhelming response from investors. We had investors from FIIs, mutual fund, insurance companies, lots of domestic institutional investors, an overwhelming response to say the least. And that translated into a main issue also, with the institutional books getting subscribed 50 times almost. The HNI book, what we call the non-institutional, getting subscribed 15 times, and the retail book getting subscribed 10 times. Overall, 32 times, fund mobilized 26,000 crore. Mind you, this is at a time when there were multiple deals out there in the market. In fact, one on the same date, right? So it just goes to show that investors have faith in what Archean is possible to achieve, and which is showing in the lakhs of shareholders which has joined the Archean family today. So I'm sure this is just the start. Knowing Ranjit and team, there is a long way forward for them, and IPO is one step to sort of achieving that goal. And we wish Ranjit and team all the very best. It's obviously been an absolute pleasure to be associated with Archean in this journey, and look forward to sort of continuing it from there on. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for initiating the proceedings. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me in welcoming Mr. Anuj Mittal, Executive Director, Investment Banking, JM Financial Limited, to please come on stage. Warm welcome.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome on behalf of Archean Chemical Industries and the book running lead managers. I would like to welcome you once again to this listing ceremony. Today is a very auspicious day. We, of course, began this journey quite some time back when we met the company. And to say the least, our faith has only grown stronger from there. Today, the company is IPOing on the markets with a valuation, market valuation of over 5,000 crores. And from a few shareholders to begin with to over 1 lakh shareholders as we speak. The strong points that stood out for us since the time we interacted was the size and scale at which the company really operated, and the way the operations were always scalable, and the focus on scalability and sustainability along with being the lowest cost producer. And this was backed by extremely strong stakeholders of the company, both in terms of investors as well as the customers that the company did the business with. And this has resulted in today the company being recognized as the largest exporter of bromine and industrial salt, along with sulfate of potash, and the focus on export in a globally competitive market. All of this has, of course, led to the extremely wonderful performance in terms of subscriptions that we saw in the market. And like my colleague mentioned, I think this is just a first step in a long journey that the company is starting today, and we actually see this as a very successful journey going ahead. I would like to once again thank all the intermediaries who worked with us and have helped in making this IPO a success today. A special thanks to all the regulators, including the stock exchanges. Once again, I think on behalf of everyone, I acknowledge this opportunity, and we at JM Financial are extremely grateful for having the company to bestow this opportunity upon us. Looking forward to a great listing and a journey here on. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much, sir, for your kind wishes. Ladies and gentlemen, now please help me in welcoming Mr. Ranjit Pendurthi, Managing Director, Archean Chemical Industries Limited. Very, very warm welcome to you, sir.
So I was told I have to extend my speech a bit, I believe. We're ahead of time. So I think I see familiar faces here. So thank you all, first of all, for being here, those who are in this room. And I thank those who are not in this room as well. Because I think being here is a milestone definitely for the company. But I think more importantly for us as a people in Archean, right? It's been a journey, no doubt. I would say a hard one in many ways. But we are happy that we are here. And this would not have been possible in no small measure to all those institutions, firms that are represented here, and also those who possibly could not make it today. And a special thanks, of course, to our investors, Sojitz Corporation, Japan, who've been with us for more than 2 decades as partners on the business side as well as shareholders. India RF, I would be amiss if I didn't mention their name. They've been a tremendous source of strength, support for us in our journey, and have been great partners to work with. Of course, as all things in life, one chapter closes in the book, but you start reading the next one. And I think we're here today to celebrate that. We have turned a page, both in terms of where the company has come and where we're headed to next. Having said that, I think I believe there is a formal vote of thanks, but I should do my part in thanking everyone who's here. I thank NSE obviously for giving us the opportunity to list on their exchange. Very appreciative of that. We thank the regulators for helping us come to this stage. Obviously, it's our first IPO. I'm sure many have said that before. And to be honest, it's been quite an experience. I don't know how much paperwork there was until I started signing documents. But I think the lawyers and the auditors probably had a tougher time at the end of the day. And the bankers, we weren't working in an easy environment. So thanks to the bankers as well for pulling through. And I think the final numbers that came in, we're obviously happy with it. It's but natural, I think, to start comparing. But I think if you look around and see where we are at the stock exchange, it also tells you how we do business, right? We like to keep quiet. We like to go about our work. It's not so much about what we're trying to do for the others, but what we're doing as a company for ourselves as well as for our investors. And I think that's what's most important. We have new investors today. I think Anuj mentioned 1 lakh new shareholders. I didn't know that until now because everyone's just so busy sending me the subscription numbers and who's the anchor and who put how much of a bid. So I'm happy to know there are 1 lakh plus people now joining us on this journey as a family. And I think that's what's important as well. Family, both I think within Archean and the extended family, those who trust us, both with their money as well as their belief that we will do something more with the money they gave us and then give them back in some way a little bit more than they gave us to start with. It's not a cakewalk. I think the environment is difficult, unpredictable, but at the same time, I think what probably brought us to this stage is conviction in ourselves. Everything starts with that. And also I think the conviction we have in our people as a team. this is not a one-man's story or a one-man's journey. It's one man's vision for sure. My father's vision that we have translated into making this company what it is today. And I think to make that happen, many have lent a hand, and we would not have been here if it weren't for all those people and all those hands that came together to push this wagon forward. I'm grateful for the opportunity to have led this company thus far. And I think it's taken, obviously, last night I was mentioning in another get-together, that it's taken sacrifice. I think people don't talk enough about that. I think an entrepreneur's journey requires sacrifice. And without sacrifice, we don't take the step forward. And sacrifice comes in various forms, right? It could be at home, with family, it could be with people who come and work for you tirelessly, endlessly, without asking questions, putting their head down, getting the job done. And then, of course, the external stakeholders, who put their faith in you, saying that, on a lighter note, that the bill will get paid at some point at the end of the day. So I think it's been sacrifice that got us here as well. Hard work. I don't think progress happens without hard work. One of the lessons I learned as a child is that there is no shortcut. If you want to get moving, it's not about how far you can go, but even to make the first step requires work and effort. And I can say this with complete confidence that the work and effort put in by my people, I can't be prouder, right? I cannot be prouder about the contribution made by each and every member of Archean Chemicals. And I think the families that have come together, 250, 300 odd people we have, I don't know, some of you may have seen the site or been to the site. It is in the middle of nowhere. It is not urban by any nature or measure. It takes a few hours to get there. It's back-breaking. It's 50-degree plus heat in the summer. It's an outdoor work. So I think to get that done, it requires a completely different level of commitment, right? And I think, as I say, I can't be prouder of our people. You can't pay a monthly salary and get that kind of commitment, right? It requires people to go beyond. And that beyond is that they believe that, we're doing something great, we're doing something interesting. And that's what, I think when we first started the roadshow, if I recall, I think before the roadshow maybe, the bankers were like, what is this industrial salt? This is like what we eat. So it was a learning curve, I think, for investor community, for the bankers. And we are here today to celebrate precisely those products. And most important, I think we've got tremendous support from the government. I think from the state of Gujarat, they've been visionaries in terms of trying to create an industry like this, which is not seen elsewhere in the world apart from a couple of other countries. So I think without that support as well, for the last 3 decades, I think Gujarat has done a great job in that sense, and given us the opportunity to come there as well. The other question I get asked very often is, you guys are based in Chennai, what are you doing in Gujarat? So I said, I think the point is not where you're based, but I think the opportunity that exists, and I think we as Indians should feel proud that we've been able to, see opportunities in many parts of the world, including our own country, and have gone to great lengths to be able to deliver great businesses. So I think we are, one of the many who have graced this stage, and many more will follow, I'm sure, with great success stories, possibly even better than ours. And once again, I appreciate the opportunity given by NSE, a few minutes for me to speak and thank people. I think there's a longer list of vote of thanks coming at the end from Mr. Raghunathan. But once again, I appreciate the opportunity to present our company to the broader investor community, to the broader shareholder community. And I think this is the start of a journey, as someone said before me. And we look forward to the journey. We will still keep that same conviction, commitment to have to deliver to our shareholders, a new family as well. And we hope we can cross many more great oceans with all the new members that have come into the Archean Chemical fold. And last but not the least, I must say this, I think God's grace that we are here, and hopefully that light will shine on us and the entire family for a long time. So thank you once again and appreciate it.
Thank you so much, sir. And those really nice words will stay with us for a long, long time. Thank you for inspiring us. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me in welcoming on stage Ms. Rachna Bosari from the National Stock Exchange of India to share her thoughts on this auspicious occasion. Warm welcome, ma'am.
Mr. Ranjit Pendurati, Mr. R. Raghunathan, Mr. Kunnur Bhavishi, Mr. Sumit, and Mr. Anuj Mittal. Good morning and a very, very warm welcome to this auspicious occasion of listing ceremony of Archean Chemical Industries Limited. It's with immense pleasure that we welcome a listed company, and today we have double pleasure because we have two listing ceremonies going on. While I preside over this one, we have 5-star being listed outside, so it's an immense pleasure. This shows the growth path of companies where the public investors are actually waiting for such wonderful opportunities to tap in the early stage growth companies. So Archean Chemical Industries, we have already heard the multiple subscription levels that they have achieved and how the investors have lapped up the whole IPO. We've also heard about how important they are into the marine chemical business and how they've been growing steadily into this business. Exactly like, he stated this, that what was people were asking me, ki salt for industrial purposes. Even when I read the DRHP, I was really confused. I said, what is this? And I think, we in the finance industry don't understand this. So it was shocking for us. But when we completely understood the business model while we engaged in a talk, we realized that how important it is to have these kind of industries as well. So with the listing today, again, time and again it has been said, and I don't mind reiterating this, that yes, it's not the complete journey today, it's a start of a journey. Today, many stakeholders have reposed faith in you and they have subscribed to your IPO. We are today very happy with the subscription numbers. I hope we continue to celebrate this with the success story of Archean rewarding its shareholders who have reposed faith in this company. It's an important journey, again, with respect to casting a lot of accountability. You already had shareholders, but it was limited in number. But now when we talk about lakhs of shareholders joining the family of Archean Chemical Industries, we know it casts a lot of accountability and responsibility. And I'm sure Archean team is completely equipped and geared up to handle that responsibility. We at NSE are committed to facilitate fundraising for all our corporates through the various platforms that we have, and we would be very glad to be the preferred partner for Archean in their fundraising initiatives further as well. I take this opportunity to congratulate the team of Archean once more, and we are very, very happy to host you today. Thank you so much.
I request ma'am to please be on stage, because ladies and gentlemen, now to commemorate the significance of this event, we will now present the mementos to our dignitaries. I would like to invite on stage along with ma'am, Mr. Ranjit Pendurati, Mr. R. Raghunathan, and all other company officials of Archean Chemical Industries Limited to please come on stage to receive memento from Rachna ma'am. So now Ms. Rachna Bosari, Head of Listing Business Development from the National Stock Exchange of India, will present a special memento to the Archean team. So may I request you please be on stage, and ma'am also, yes. Yes. Yes, now, yes. Now I request the Archean management team will present a special memento to Ms. Rachna Bosari, Head of Listing Business Development, National Stock Exchange of India. Thank you, ma'am. I request the dignitaries, yes, to be on stage. Thank you, ma'am. Now, the Archean team, may I request the dignitaries to please be on stage as we'll be presenting the special mementos to some very special partners. Yes, may I request the dignitaries to please be on stage. With that, I now request Mr. Kunur Bhavishi, Senior Vice President, IIFL Securities, to please come forward, as the Archean Chemical Industries Limited team will present special mementos to some very special partners whose contribution have been invaluable. So may I request, yes, everybody to please be on stage. Thank you, sir. Now may I request Mr. Anuj Mittal, Executive Director, Investment Banking, JM Financial Limited, to please come forward. Now may I request Mr. Sumit Bagri, Senior Vice President, ICICI Securities Limited, to please come forward. Thank you. Now may I request the representative of Link Inktime India Private Limited to please come forward. Very warm welcome to you. Thank you, sir. Now may I request representative of Western Print to please come forward. Moving forward, may I request representative of Sojits to please come forward. Warm welcome to you. Thank you. Now I request the representative of India Resurgence Fund to please come forward. Now may I request Mr. Arun Ohri and Mr. V. Subramaniam from Ad Factors PR to please come forward to receive the memento. Thank you. Thank you. Now may I request Mr. Harish from J. Sagar Associates to please come forward. And finally, I request Mr. Kashyap from Crawford Bailey to please come forward. Thank you. Thank you so much, and thank you, dignitaries, for doing the honors. I request you to please take your seats. Thank you. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, now moving forward, I would like to invite on stage Mr. Sumit Bagri, Senior Vice President, ICICI Securities Limited, to please come forward.
Good morning, everyone. It's a great pleasure to be part of Archean Chemicals listing. We are proud of our association with Archean Chemicals, helping bring them to public markets through a successful IPO. And an extremely successful one, given some of my colleagues have highlighted the kind of subscription numbers in all categories. And as I said, we received a very, very strong response from all global FIs, whether it's FIs, DIs, retail, HNI. On all segments, it was a remarkable success. The interest shown by investors is a testimony to Archean Chemical's industry leadership in the salt and bromine product segments, its operational strengths, global customer base, and expansion into bromine derivative performance products, and an experienced management team led by Ranjit. I would like to congratulate Mr. Ranjit and team for creating such a successful enterprise. Given the company's leadership position with strong management team and favorable industry drivers, I am confident that company will carry on with good work going forward. On this auspicious and momentous occasion of listing, I would like to convey our best wishes to the company for all the success in the coming years and its endeavor towards growth and creating value for investors. I am pretty sure it will get a very good response at the time of listing, and more investors will get associated with the company. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, now please help me in welcoming Mr. R. Raghunathan, CFO, Archean Chemical Industries Limited, to present the vote of thanks. Very warm welcome to you, sir.
Distinguished guests and directors and colleagues from Archean Chemical Industries Limited. So good morning to you. On behalf of the company, I would like to acknowledge my gratitude to all the speakers for their inspiring words and extend my gratitude to each one of you for having come here early in this morning to grace this occasion. It is a great honor for me to propose the vote of thanks on this August ceremony of the listing of Archean Chemical Industries Limited. On this note, as we open up a new chapter in our history, I wish to express my gratitude to all those who made this IPO a resounding success. To begin with, on behalf of the company, I would like to submit the glory of this momentous occasion to the Almighty God. This journey would not have been possible without the combined effort of our BRLMs, legal counsels, and all other stakeholders. So, along with the members of the Archean, I join to thank all our bankers, IIFL Securities Limited, ICICI Securities Limited, and JM Financials for taking our vision and strategies to their investors. A big applause to them. I also wish to place on record our heartfelt gratitude to the legal counsels, J. Sagar Associates and Dentons and Crawford Bailey, for helping us in navigating this regulatory landscape with a degree of confidence. I would also like to express our gratitude to SEBI and its officials, the stock exchanges, the registrar of companies, in making this listing process a seamless one. I would also like to express my gratitude to Lincoln Time, our registrar for the IPO, the ad factor, our communication partner, and the entire media fraternity. I would also like to thank the government of Gujarat in helping Archean Chemical Industries Limited to establish this massive business. I now want to take this opportunity to thank and express my sincere gratitude to our managing director and promoter family for being supportive in achieving this milestone. Their vision and strategic contributions have enabled Archean Chemical Industries to be on this growth trajectory. I would also like to thank India Resurgence Fund, the investor, for being with us in this success journey. As I move on, I would like to place on record my sincere thanks to our board members and auditors for their fullest support in this IPO process. The last but not the least, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to all our shareholders, the new shareholders, for investing in our IPO by reposing their trust and faith in us. We shall continue to focus on the growth and create values to our shareholders as we take this journey as a listed company. Finally, I leave with a quote from Gita:
कर्मण्येवाधिकारस्ते मा फलेषु कदाचन मा कर्मफल हेतुर्भुर mate sangotsva karman, which means focus on the results, focus on the actions, and the results will follow. Thank you once again for this kind attention, and have a nice day. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now may I request the representative of India Resurgence Fund to please come forward and share their experience to this August gathering. Warm welcome, sir.
Warm welcome to all of you. It's been a great pleasure to be part of the listing ceremony today. I would like to thank Ranjit and the entire team at Archean for being a great partner. It's been a momentous journey for us as partners at India RF to work with the excellent team that we have here at Archean over the last couple of years, including with Sojitz, who's been a very cooperative partner and a stakeholder for the company as a customer as well as an investor. It feels great to see a company going from 4 shareholders to more than a lakh shareholders today, right? And to be part of the ceremony, to be presenting this company to the world out there. I agree with Ranjit and everyone here that this is just the start. There's a great roadmap ahead for the company to do a lot more with the resources and the talent that it is bestowed with, and I wish the company all the best and loads of success. Of course, thanks a lot to the BRLMs, ICICI Securities, JM Financial, IFL Securities, as well as the lawyers, Crawford, Bailey, and JSA, and also a very warm vote of thanks to the National Stock Exchange for having us list. With this, I'd like to thank everyone in this room. All the best for the listing.
Thank you so much, sir. Now I'd like to request representative of Sojitz to please come forward to address this August gathering. Warm welcome, sir.
Hi, good morning, everyone. Sorry, I didn't prepare any comment for this listing ceremony, but as on behalf of Sojitz Corporation, I would like to, make some comment. Between the Archean Group and the Sojitz, we have a very long history, more than 20 years. And we are not only the shareholder of the ACIL, but also the very good partner for the sales and marketing of the ACIL products. And we believe from now on, surely we would like to make a more concrete relationship with the Archean Group, and we would like to part of the, partner of Archean Chemical forever. Thank you very much, and very much congratulations for the IPO today. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Now I request representative that's from Crawford Bailey to please come forward. Warm welcome, sir.
Hi, good morning, everyone. On the behalf of Crawford Bailey and Company, we really say thanks to everyone associated in this journey. The IPO process we started in 4-5 months back, and when we started, it was really like a different company, no peers in the market, and no business comparison and all that. So when we were doing the diligence of the company, we thought, okay, this company will be really like different, and we will have like lot of difficulties while doing the diligence of the company. But thankfully we reached to this stage, and we are seeing the listing date today, and Really want to say thanks to everyone to let us do part of this entire journey. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Now request the representative of J. Sagar Associates to please come forward. Welcome.
Hi, good morning everyone. On behalf of JSA, I would like to say that it's been a very good experience and to meet very nice people at the company's level. I think people have already said about the company's history, etc. But I would like to say that the company's people have been very nice, and the other stakeholders have been like very nice to be part of this journey. And I wish very happy and prosperous journey on the listing process of the company. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Now, ladies and gentlemen, before the historic moment arrives, we'll be having a look at this very important AV. Thank you. Due to some technical error, the video cannot be played. But at the same time, I once again request Mr. Ranjit Pendurthi to please come forward to share some important anecdotes before the historic moment. Warm welcome.
So I guess the AV is not working. So someone can keep a count on. I'm supposed to talk till 9:58. So I guess it helps when you keep the ceremony as small as we have kept it. So I think the AV that we were going to show was just about the company. I think of course the BRLMs have seen it a dozen times over, and I think so has ad factors. But we started this facility. It's in the Run of Kutch. Just to give a background where we are located, it's in a village called Hajipir. It's in the middle of Run of Kutch. The closest habitation, which means a living person, is about 18 kilometers away from where we are. Like I said, it's in the desert. So Run of Kutch is a little bit similar to what the Dead Sea is in Israel. It's unique in terms of its geology as well as its geography, and our process involves only using natural sea brine, sea water, and in one sense, the process is very green. We only do a simple extraction of what the nature offers us in terms of the sea water. It's unique to the Run of Kutch, and as I said, it's a little bit similar in many ways to the Dead Sea. There is also a proposal, I believe, from the government in Gujarat to create a little bit of a tourist spot, something like Dead Sea, where people can come and take, I think, a mud bath or whatever else health benefits the brine offers. So we started obviously in 2006, and then we started construction of the plant in 2010. So it took 4 years before we got around. This is recorded? Okay. So it obviously, it took us okay. So it took us a while, obviously, to look around and get funding, because I said, give us money for a project in the middle of nowhere, and they were like, how do we get there? I said, it's not easy to get there. You have to take 2 flights, you have to go by road, 4 hours. And they said, forget about us giving you money. Who's actually working for you there? So there, there obviously, like I mentioned earlier in my speech, we have people, right? And people is what made us today. So Mr. Subramaniam, he's here with us. He's been with the family for 47 years now. He's not that old. He's only 67. So it's commitment from people like this, right? Who stood up, put their hand up, and made all these things happen. And along that journey, and I think I can't stress this enough, and at the risk of being repetitive, I think it's very important in all our lives to recognize this fact. We are what we have become and who we are only because of the people around us and how they've shaped us. right? Our thinking has always been simple. Our minds are in what we do, our hearts in what we do, and I think more importantly, people have shown us that kind of gratitude and loyalty, and it makes us want to give back more, right? That's why they say charity begins at home. I think charity begins at home because we are taught that, and I think the more we're able to extend our hand out, right, and help anyone around us, it comes back multifold in many ways, and I think that's what's happened for us in our business, right? I'm just now putting that correlation to business. In business, I think we've, as any business would have ups and downs, it's a journey, but the journey is bearable as an entrepreneur only because of those who stand by you and stand with you, right? It's when it rains, you need the umbrella, you know, not when it's not raining. So I think we appreciate that, and I think the only parting words I would say is that with the new shareholders and investors, and I think as Madam has said, they've reposed faith in us. I think if we start in a simple manner to think, our employees have reposed faith in us, stood by us, executed something. If we're able to extend that and extrapolate that to a larger set of family, right, I think we will still do as we have done before, right, and give the same kind of confidence and faith to them. So I believe I'm getting signals now, so yeah, okay, so the clock's there, all right. So thank you once again, and I guess what, we're waiting for 10 a.m.? Okay,
Please stay on stage.
Is it 10 a.m. we're waiting? Okay.
So with that, I request Mr. R. Raghunathan also and the entire team of Archean to please come forward as the historic moment has arrived, and we'll be soon having the countdown, the customary countdown, just 10 seconds before the ringing of the bell. Right, ladies and gentlemen, just a few seconds away, and we'll be having the countdown now for this very, very important moment. All right, ladies and gentlemen, on the count of 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hearty congratulations. This has truly been a milestone.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Hearty congratulations, ladies and gentlemen. Archean Chemical Industries Limited is officially listed on the stock exchanges. This is a huge milestone in the corporate journey of the company. We are grateful to our host, National Stock Exchange of India, members of the board, the book running lead managers, our shareholders, and well-wishers who took time to celebrate this momentous occasion with us. Thank you so much.
On this side, sir.